What's going on, everybody? My name is Sheldon, and so what I wanted to do is make an introductory video explaining on what VMware is. For people like me who work with VMware every day, this video is probably not for you because you probably already know what it is. But for people who are looking to get into a high-paying IT job and something that's actually really, really cool and exciting, this might be something that you would consider, okay? I've got a good friend of mine who has been working with VMware for the past, I would say, 12 years. He's a VMware engineer, and he has been telling me since he's gotten into it that I should get into it. And I was hesitant, I procrastinated. Then I started to study it about 5 years ago and work with it. And I'm proud to say, after a lot of toiling and a lot of work and studying and working with VMware, that I am a VMware VCP now as of February of this year. And if you don't know what a VCP is, excuse me, a VCP is a VMware Certified Professional, which means that I have passed the test that makes me qualified to deal with VMware's products concerning the VCP. So what the VCP focuses on is on data center virtualization, okay? And so what that means is if you walk into a physical data center, and if you don't know what that is, that's a place where there are lots of computer servers, the hardware, which contain the storage, the memory, everything that's inside of the server, okay, the CPUs, right? So that's a physical data center. And what VMware allows you to do is to take a physical data center, and this is the cool part, and to virtualize it all, meaning turning it into software. So if you look on the screen here, this is what is called VMware. This is a vCenter server, okay? And I have the latest version of vCenter server. This is 7.0. I think it's update 1 or 2. Oh, there it is right there. Look right here. So it's 7.0 update 2, okay? And so this is for the purposes of me continuing my study. So I created a virtual data center, and I called it the Quantum Data Center, if you look here, okay? And so inside of this data center, there's this server, but this server just pretty much represents this data center, okay? And what I mean by virtualization and turning servers into software is we can go here and we'll look at my data center. So this would be comparative to like if you walked into a physical data center and you saw the physical servers in there. These are some of the servers that you might see. Okay, so I have a Windows 2016 server, which has been virtualized. Okay, I also have an Esxi host server here, but this is a VM and not the actual host server, what that would look like. And what I'm going to show you in a second here is what a physical host would look like inside of vCenter server that has been brought into vCenter and set up for virtualization, meaning to put more servers virtually on that host, okay? Here's also what I'm using for my storage is true free NAS, okay, or free NAS, and this allows me to create NFS storage, iSCSI storage. Even I can connect to a vSAN, which is a virtual storage area network, which I have not actually configured yet, but I will get around to that. And most importantly, this server right here is the vCenter server, which allows me to run this interface that you see on the screen. All of this is running on this server right here, and this server is being connected through this server the Windows 2016 server, okay? So anyway, I want to show you guys what the hosts look like that I've created. I've created 3, okay? And so let's minimize this, because in the real world experience, you would only be dealing with the actual hosts inside of vCenter server that were brought in by the administrator, somebody like me, okay? And so, boom. So here's, and as you can see, I like the word quantum. I think quantum, I don't know, it kind of like describes how I want my consciousness to be able to bring in a lot of things at one time into my brain. So that's why I've called this quantum. And so here's the host 01. I've named them numerically. Host 02. Oh, and the quantum.leap. So the quantum.leap, that is the domain that I have joined all of these hosts to, okay? And this is host 3 on the quantum.leap, okay? And so what a domain does is it allows you to perform administration on all of these hosts by setting up users and permissions for the users and also for the actual servers, okay? And in this case, well, these are hosts that you're looking at right here, these 3. But this is a Windows 2K10 machine, okay? I guess that would be called a server, but not really, because a server would be like Windows Server. But this is something that I'm using as a server in my environment. Anyway, so this is just a brief introduction to what VMware is, and it gives you the ability to take a physical data center, which has hardware in it, and turn it into software like this. All this is software servers. You see the green lights? These are the software servers, okay? And these are the hosts, which in the real world would be physical hosts that were brought into vCenter. But in my case, this is a nested environment, and so I will explain what that means later. But for now, try to digest that. And if you're interested in an exciting career working with VMware, you may want to keep watching my videos. I think that you guys out there will find these very interesting. And I want to make this an exciting video catalog concerning VMware. So anyway, my name is Sheldon. You guys rewind the video, take a look at it again, and you can leave your comments and tell me what you think. And let's just look at a summary real quick before I get out of here. So you can click on one of the servers, one of the green lights here, and it'll give you an actual summary of what's happening on the server, right? It'll give you the IP address. It'll tell you what host that it's residing on, okay? And then you can look down here, and then you could see more information concerning this server. So anyway, I advise anyone, if you want to get into VMware, don't hesitate. Don't be scared. It's a lot to learn, and you'll never stop learning, but it'll be very rewarding. Anyway, you guys have a good day, and I hope that you enjoyed the video.